Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Welcome to Eye to Eye. Kenny Chesney has been a fan favorite on the country charts for more than a decade, but his offstage exploits, including his short-lived marriage to Renee Zellweger, have often overshadowed his music. Chesney talked about his bumpy road to the top of the country music scene with 60 Minutes contributing correspondent Anderson Cooper.
All day, you know, we got 60,000 people going to be in here tonight, and they're outside right now as we speak, in the parking lots, tailgating, having a great time. And they're anticipating. And they spend all day anticipating. And there's a nervous energy that kind of builds up, you know, in all of them. And my friend Bruce Springsteen called it, I talked to him one, he called it hyper alive. You know, they become hyper alive. And all that energy that's built up all day, when they get in here, it goes from here to here. But what they don't understand is me and the guys are just like that. We spend all day, I mean the crew guys, it's a lot of work, but me and the band kind of spend all day back there doing the same thing. We're anticipating their energy, and they're anticipating our energy. And when those two things meet for the first time, it is an amazing experience. I mean, whether it's in a stadium, you know, like this, or an arena, or a shed, where we're playing.
And in that moment when that meets, when you get on the stage, and I mean, you're hit by like a wall of sound.
A wall of energy. That's you.
All right.
With a small video camera in tow, we joined him as he was preparing to go on stage.
This is how we get to the stage every night.
He begins hidden in this road case, rolled into the middle of the stadium through an unsuspecting crowd.
I make these guys roll this case out like 3 or 4 times now to get the crowd used to seeing it. Right.
Chesney tours relentlessly. He's played nearly 1,500 concerts over the last 13 years.
And okay, we're officially in the middle of the stadium now.
I gotta tell you, sitting in here, it's I always thought like being a rock superstar was really glamorous.
It's not that glamorous. It really is not.
So where are we now?
We are in the middle of Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan, and we are literally in the middle of about 60,000 people right now. Uh-oh, we're here. Every time anybody does that, it means that we're here.
He crawls out of the box into this cramped waiting room.
And I'm going to come up, and I'm going to be in the middle of this football stadium. Pretty powerful stuff, man.
When Chesney finally appears, the crowd erupts.
The energy that it takes for me to really focus in and do what I feel like they deserve and what they paid a lot of money to see. I'm very tunnel vision about it, and I kind of have the mindset, you know, there might be a kid out there in the audience, and if I do my job, I might could change his life forever. Maybe he, you know, isn't really into that music that much, or maybe he's just don't know a whole, you know, it might be his first concert ever, and it's a very powerful thing. So when me and the guys get on stage, when we feel that energy and they feel the energy coming through these speakers, it's an awesome, awesome thing to feel right now.
And does regular life then get kind of dull? I mean, if you're
that's a great question.
I mean, if you're hyper alive, to use Bruce Springsteen's term, on this stage, everything else has got to be kind of a letdown.
Well, you would think, but not really. I mean, people ask me a lot. You know, they say, how do you not have an ego by all this that surrounds you when you leave the stage? And somehow, I leave that. I do have a little bit of an ego, but I think to do what I do and to do it well, you got to have a touch of one. But I've been able to, for the most part, leave it up here when I leave. And
it's a hard thing to do, though. I mean,
it's a very hard thing to do.
Because you're not just, I mean, obviously a superstar on the stage. You've got this company of more than 100 people who, you know, you're the man.
Yeah, but I've got a lot of, I don't know, man. I do feel like, though, when I leave here, that I leave it here.